to Spiritual Dessert Trews, episode, for Russell Brand, 25. We're still in the book Biocentrism, and we're in the first chapter. It's a continuation from episode 24. So here we have, this new model has not arrived. So biocentrism is like a very new thing, like quantum physics. Like my hat, which was made and inspired. I created it when I got back from Bali. I thought I wanted to make my own costume, and of course, wear it for Halloween. So this new model has not arrived suddenly like the meteor impact that changed the biosphere 65 million years ago. Rather, it is a deep, gradual tectonic plate type alteration that lies so deep that they will never again return whence they came. This genesis lurks in the underlying rational disquiet that every educated person palpably feels today. It lies not in one discredited theory, nor any single contradiction in the current laudable obsession with devising a grand, unified theory that can explain the universe. Rather, its problem is so deep that virtually everyone knows that something is screwy with the way we visualize the cosmos. The old model proposes that the universe was, until rather recently, a lifeless collection of particles bouncing against each other, obeying predetermined rules that were mysterious in their origin. The universe is like a watch that somehow wound itself, and that allowing for a degree of quantum randomness will unwind in a semi-predictable way. Life initially arose by an unknown process and then proceeded to change form under Darwinian mechanisms that operate under those same physical rules. Life contains consciousness, but the latter is poorly understood and is, in any case, solely a matter for biologists. But there's a problem. Consciousness is not just an issue for biologists, it's a problem for physics. Nothing in modern physics explains how a group of molecules in your brain creates consciousness. The beauty of a sunset, the miracle of falling in love, the taste of a delicious meal. These are all mysteries to modern science. Nothing in science can explain how consciousness arose from matter. Our current model simply does not allow for consciousness and for understanding of this most basic phenomena of our existence is virtually nil. Interestingly, our present model of physics does not even recognize this as a problem. Not coincidentally, consciousness comes up again in a completely different realm of physics. It is well known that quantum theory, while working incredibly well mathematically, makes no logical sense. As we will explore in detail in future chapters, particles seem to behave as if they respond to a conscious observer because of the wonderful things she does. Oh, it's virtually impossible. Well, at least I keep my hat on if it's strapped, so I could dance, I could be upside down, I could read. No, not in front of the light. That can't be right. Quantum physics. Physicists have deemed quantum theory inexplicable or have come up with elaborate theories such as an infinite number of alternate universes to try to explain it. The simplest explanation, that subatomic particles actually do interact with consciousness at some level. It's too far outside the model to be seriously considered. Yet it's interesting that two of the biggest mysteries of physics involve consciousness. But even putting aside the issues of consciousness, the current model leaves much to be desired when it comes to explaining the fundamentals of our universe, like the light from beyond. Wow! On my little spiral camera. Oh my. Where was I? But even putting aside the issues of consciousness, the current model leaves much to be desired. When it comes to explaining the fundamentals of our universe, the cosmos, according to recent refinements, sprang out of nothingness 13.7 billion years ago in a titanic event. Hey! They're sending me messages. Love messages. I keep getting love bombed on my computer. Cannot use my computer. Yes, humorously labeled the Big Bang. We don't really understand where the Big Bang came from, and we continually tinker with the details, including adding an inflationary period with physics we don't yet understand, but the existence of which is needed in order to be consistent with our observations. When a sixth grader asks the most basic question about the universe, such as, what happened before the Big Bang? The teacher, if knowledgeable enough, has to answer at the ready. There was no time before the Big Bang, because time can only arise alongside matter and energy. So the question has no meaning. It's like asking, what's north of the North Pole? The student sits down, shuts up, and everyone pretends that some actual knowledge has just been imparted. Shall we go on? Aren't you tired yet? This is a bedtime story. I guess I'll keep reading. Kill the camera. Someone will ask, what is the expanding universe expanding into? Maybe we can try to fit in my shoes. Again, the professor... My shoes are tiny. Again, the professor's ready. You cannot have space without objects defining it. So we must picture the universe bringing its own space with it. That's crazy. Uh-oh. It's making me tired. It's working. It's working. Bringing its own space with it into an ever larger size. Also, it is wrong to visualize the universe as if looking at it from the outside, because nothing exists outside the universe. So the question makes, again, no sense. Well, you can at least say what the Big Bang was. Is there some explanation for it? For years, when my co-author was feeling lazy, you just drink out of the NutriBullet. It's not called a Vitamix. It's like Scotch tape. Like, it's just still Scotch tape instead of just tape. Brands. Because nothing exists outside the universe. Okay, well, can you at least say what the Big Bang was? And again, my co-author, feeling lazy, would recite the standard reply to his college students as if it were an after-business hours recording. You have to do this? With this hat on? We observe particles materializing in empty space and then vanishing, and these quantum mechanical... Oh, sorry about that. It's on the next page. Imparting my wisdom. Fluctuations. Well, given enough time, one would expect such a fluctuation to involve so many particles that an entire universe would appear. If the universe was indeed a quantum fluctuation, it would display just the properties we observe. The student takes his chair. So that's it! The universe is a quantum fluctuation. Clarity at last. But even the professor in his quiet moments alone would wonder, at least briefly, what things might have been like the Tuesday before the Big Bang. Even he realizes too in his bones that you can never get something from nothing, and that the Big Bang is no explanation for all the origins of everything, but merely, at best, the particular description of a single event in a continuum that is probably timeless. In short, one of the most widely known and popularized explanations about the origin and nature of the cosmos abruptly brakes at a blank wall at the very moment when it seems to be arriving at its central point. During this entire parade, of course, a few people in the crowd will happen to notice that the emperor seems to have skimped in his wardrobe budget. It's one thing to respect authority and acknowledge that theoretical physicists are brilliant people, even if they do tend to drip food on themselves at buffets. But it's so, I know some quantum physicists, and I never saw them dripping food. Coming to defense. I used to do the physics solution sets. I'd have to do my homework a day in advance in college. So this way, he could photocopy them. This is back in the day. And then hand them out as the the answer, solution set. It was crazy. It was a lot of pressure. Of course, he would check them to make sure they were right before we published them. Not like this video, where I just go at it. Life with its mistakes are fine the way it is. Thank you, Russell, for teaching me this. Now I'm unleashed. Where were we? For the food, yes, in the buffet line. Oh, no. Okay, so at some point, virtually everyone has thought, or at least felt, that this doesn't really work. This doesn't explain anything fundamental, not really. This whole business, A to Z, is unsatisfactory. It doesn't ring true. Hey, the Trews! It doesn't feel right. It doesn't answer my questions. Something's rotten behind those ivy-covered walls, and it goes deeper than the hydrogen sulfide released by the fraternity rushers. Like rats, oh no, I'm in trouble now, swarming into the deck of a sinking ship. More problems keep surfacing with the current model. It now turns out that our beloved familiar baryonic matter, that is, everything we see and everything that has form, plus all known energies, is abruptly reduced to just 4% of the universe, with dark matter constituting about 24%. The true... Sorry, I'm playing a bouncing action. You can tell. My head is stiff. The true bulk of the cosmos suddenly becomes dark energy, a term for something utterly mysterious. And by the way, the expansion is increasing, not decreasing. In just a few years, next page, the basic nature of the cosmos goes inside out, even if nobody at the office watercolor seems to notice. Time for bed. Oh! Good night, nighty night, pleasant dreams. Kiss, kiss.